It's Wednesday, but we don't know what's going on because we're early. It's the Jeff and Jeff show, apparently. No. It is the Greg Sherry show. It is Wednesday. We are 2 hours ahead of Dynamite, but because my dumbass works at right after 8 o'clock Eastern at the House of Mouse, we've decided to go early today so I can be accommodated. I'm joined for now by Big Baller G. Good to see you, brother.
What's up? What's up?
Oh, just another day in, I won't call it paradise because it is still Southern California. It's still hotter than shit when it's not weather crazy, but I am
Right.
closest to as close to paradise you're going to get here in SoCal with the happiest place on earth. Literally a mile. Actually, it's if I go out the front door right here, it's like literally a hop over the street. So there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Great place to stay. So G, after the last couple of weeks, what do you want to talk about?
Well, we got football coming up tomorrow,
Yes.
literally.
Kick off tomorrow, man. NFL, baby.
You know, and then we got some wrestling to talk about too, possibly.
A little bit of wrestling talk, yeah. I haven't. I mean, you were unable to be part of open mic night on Saturday because of your work circumstances. So
Yeah.
I think the rest of us said our piece on that, but I think we'll wait until 7 o'clock to really dive into that. Although I do know Maddie and Greg, and I'm sure Daisy as well, want to talk about other stuff besides Pepsi Phil.
I did say my piece on the review last night, but yeah,
that's true. You did. That's fair. That's fair. And I only didn't catch a review because I was, 5 o'clock yesterday. I was actually here finishing up Mikey's show yesterday at 5 o'clock. So yeah.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, it's Stat Boys last night too.
I can't not recommend enough trying to do that show remotely as a producer. It's pain in the ass. It's like next time. Like I'm gonna be down here next. Let's see. Hopefully in this hotel. Great hotel, by the way. I don't want to give it out because But next Friday and Saturday I'm working also, so I'll probably be down here in this thing. Hopefully in this room. This is a nice room too. But I'm gonna bring the equipment because we're doing dads, and we're doing I'm sorry, no, dads is this week, so we're not doing dads, but we are doing we're doing something on Friday, I think, next week. Anyway, we're doing open mic night for sure, and rather than try to dash home and catch the tail end of the show, I'm just going to come back here and So it's just easier that way. I'm missing the show because I missed so much old mic night when I first started a year ago. It's been a year doing this, so I figured, okay, let's just try to accommodate as best I can. But anyway, so you, of course, being in the Berg, going for the Steelers. What do you think are the chances now with the Steelers being where they're at, what they've done in the offseason, and what is your outlook for the new Steelers, I guess, with everything going on?
Yeah, I mean, we got a young team. It looks like if Pickett can do what he did in the offseason,
right?
And if Matt Canada will get his head out of his ass and actually do something, I think we'll be okay. And defensively, if TJ Watt is healthy, I think we can have a nice run. I'm not saying we're going to go undefeated. I've seen some people go.
Never say that again. Yeah, no. That was dangerous.
I've seen like 11-6 and like 9-8. And so last season, we ended up being 9-8. We missed the playoffs.
Right.
Because we had to rely on a couple teams to do their part. And one of the teams did their part, and then the other team didn't do their part. But, you shouldn't have to rely on other teams to get into the playoffs. And I think this year with Kenny Pickett being in his second year, I've been watching Good Morning Football, and I think they've been saying, Kenny he should have a good year this year.
Yeah.
We have the weapons. We have George Pickens. We have Deontay Johnson, Freiermuth. I believe we picked up Allen Robinson. We got Najee Harris. We got Jaylen Warren. We got Connor Hayward. So we have a young, explosive offense. We just, like I said, Matt Canada needs to get his head out of his ass, and we need to do something this year.
Yes, we like for you Steelers fans, they need to get Matt Canada's head like less north into Canada, like just yank it, just
Yeah.
Because big old that was the thing I heard last year from everybody, you, Greg, and everybody, is that Matt is just not that guy that he needs to be, and he needs to improve that. Hopefully, he does that this year for you guys. You know, I loved in the offseason, toward the end of the offseason, people are talking about, oh no, Zeke signed with New England, so it's going to be a disaster because we lost Zeke, and it's like he went to New England, so Belichick's going to ruin him because that's what Belichick does, because he's a piece of shit. And hey, Matty Laws,
what is up? What is up?
Good to see you, Maddie. Again, we are going early today. I'm sure you were filled in. If you were, I'll fill you in now. I have to work over at the House of Mouse, about a mile that way, at 8:00 Eastern. So we figured, okay, we'll go early, accommodate the Meech, and we'll when Greg gets here, we'll kind of wing it. And then we are being joined apparently by Daisy Ruth at 7:00 as well. So
hell yeah,
Daisy today. So yeah, it's gonna be a packed.
It's good show. It's gonna be a good show.
Packed couple hours apparently. And once Greg gets here, I'd like to have spin the wheel of Weird State Laws, so I can get on Weird State Laws again, because that's always my favorite segment of this show. But we were talking to G about the Steelers. Again, despite my being a Cowboys fan since a very young age, I don't have a whole lot of in-depth knowledge, so I'll kind of skip over the Cowboys, mainly because I don't really have. It's like if they go 500, cool. It is.
I can easily see Cowboys going 500 this year.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't have these grandiose. Oh yeah, we're gonna go deep in the postseason. It's like I think that every year, and then week one comes and oh God, ailment, of choking. But what about the Broncos? We've been talking all offseason about the Broncos.
Oh
and
yeah,
what their potential is. So
it's
kickoffs tomorrow.
It's that time of year again, Jeff. The food is starting to taste better. The air is feeling a lot clearer. Things are feeling a lot better. It is football season once more. And I cannot tell you how excited I am Week 1, Broncos versus Raiders.
Oh, there you go.
We're starting off with a rivalry game, and we're ending with the Raiders. So
Are they in Denver or are they at Allegiant?
This Sunday, we're in Denver.
Nice.
The last Sunday of the season, we're at Allegiant. So,
well, luckily the last game will be toward the end of the year, so it won't be as god awful and hot as it is right now in Vegas. Because oh my God, I got friends in Vegas going, "Can we come stay with you?" It's like it ain't much better here.
It's not much better here.
And damn, it's SoCal. Like SoCal, we're still playing freaking Russian roulette on the Wheel of Fortune here. Like, okay, let's see what we get today.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are we getting? A hailstorm? Is a hurricane coming through?
So yesterday, I swear to God, I got down here. No, actually, let's see. Yesterday was Tuesday, so I came down. The entire trip down here and checked into the hotel, it was like gloomy, like we're gonna rain. Nothing.
Today, it was just a gloomy Seattle day.
It was just a gloomy, like we call it June gloom when we have it in June here in California, but it was very much a June gloom type day. This morning I woke up, I went to go get a trusty Pepsi for the whole wrestling segment later. Clear as day, like not like hot sunny, but it's sunny enough where it was like, ooh, okay, I need to take the jacket off today.
Oh, there's no cloud coverage today. It's like 75 degrees and it feels like it's 90.
It very much so. And I'm grateful that number one, clock in later. Number two, that I'm working indoors where it's granted, I'm in the kitchen, so it's not exactly the most air conditioned, ventilated environment in the world, but at least I'm not outside on stage.
Very understandable.
Yeah.
But Denver playing in I mean, what is the temperature like in Denver in September?
Like right around this time of year, it's around the time where things start changing colors. So not necessarily. Okay. So we're not necessarily like nose diving directly into like winter or anything, but we got about September to October where we have our fall, really. So it's that nice, autumn weather. 50s at night, 70s, 60s during the day.
That sounds delightful.
But yeah, once October rolls around, I always predict first snowfall before Halloween. So we got we have a month of fall and that's it.
Yeah, I knew the seasons they were a change in G. You're a Disney park goer. You can appreciate this as well. First of all, we closed at 10 yesterday. I'm like, why are we closing at 10 o'clock? When across the way, California Adventure is having their first night of the Oogie Boogie Bash. Like, God, we should stay open and let the people, come over here and spend the money. And then it hit me. I was leaving, they were Halloweening the place out. I'm like, aha, they wanted more time. We're officially changing over. Today's the first day of changeover. So when I go there, I'm going to be freaking, it's going to be so orange and black. I think I'm going to walk in at Taz's house. I swear. It's like, oh, God, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool for today.
Survive if you can.
Dude, I'm going to beat the clock if I can, survive if it lets me. That's for damn sure. It's going to be one of those days. But it's funny. I've been on the show a couple weeks, or the last couple weeks, talking about the pros and cons of being there, and I was literally walking down Harbor Boulevard here, heading for the hotel. I'm not on Harbor, so for what that's worth, long walk to the hotel, but not as long. And I looked across the street and I see the lights still, kind of, on the Ferris wheel of California Adventure, and just kind of, it's like, man, what do I have to complain about as far as my work stuff goes, man? I literally walked off the property of the most magical place I can possibly think of, and I get to go back there again tomorrow and put on a costume again and work. Like, seriously, it's wonderful. I dig it. And it makes stuff like kickoff NFL weekend not feel so bad, because I never know with the Cowboys. I never know what we're going to get. They are literally the Forrest Gump of football. You never know what you're going to get with those freaking blue and silver dipshits. But it's as long as I've got this to go to, and as long as I get to go home, see my boy because that's the thing. When I have these, 2 or 3 at a time, it's easy to stay down here and go home. But man, life's pretty good, and with football season starting, we also get hockey season on the horizon. So the Kings are going to be back in, which is it's always a good time for the Kings to be playing, even if we do go, under 500, because we are the Kings.
And baseball season's almost at its end. I have to not pretend like I care about baseball anymore.
Okay. So we're not a baseball fan, huh, Monty?
Oh, I love watching baseball, but to call myself a fan as opposed to, football and wrestling, which I also cover on my channel.
Yes.
It's definitely those two above baseball.
So we got the Giants week 1. Ain't that a bitch? Okay, so David's saying that Denver's going to win by 3.
Oh yeah, no, Davey said that. Davey said that yesterday.
This is Davey. Okay, this is Davey. Okay.
I would not put it past Oakland or Vegas and Denver to put up a total of like 6 points the entire game.
That's about right. And don't worry about correcting yourself with Oakland and Denver, because after a couple seasons, Oakland's not going to have many teams anyway.
They're all Vegas now. They're all Vegas now.
The A's have been out of the playoffs since last February.
They've been out of the playoffs since the season started, Jeff.
Yeah, it's like they win at night 1. It's like, all right, we got to get this season over with. Let's just tank it now, be done with it. And then he's predicting the Giants to beat New York by 6, and it's like, I don't want to lose Week 1 of the Giants. I don't want to go start off like that.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Davey is a Patriots fan.
Oh,
so he's lost to the Giants a lot.
Fair. That's fair.
But I will say he's for some reason very high on Danny Dimes. I don't know why.
Everybody's got their thing. But again, I've never been a Giants fan. I like them less in the Eli era, just because he just said he wasn't Peyton. So JB3, the answer is Greg is still at work. We started early today because I have to go across the street here not too long after the 7 o'clock hour starts to go over to costuming and get changed for my Disney shift. But that's why we're starting early, so to accommodate me. And yes, Maddie is here, and we don't think G2, just JB3.
Yeah, big baller G, we love him.
Yeah, we got the 49ers on Sunday afternoon.
Hey, they just signed Joey Bosa to a ridiculous contract.
Yeah.
And is your game out in the Berg, or is it up here in NorCal?
I want to say
I think you guys have opening day in the Berg.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if Dak has less than 10 interceptions, is it now, Raymond, is that all season or just this week? Answer the question.
How long until we get Cooper Rush into the
they're playing in Pittsburgh, so
there you go.
That's gonna be
it's a dub for you guys, I think.
Yeah,
you're not going to outshine Pittsburgh at home on opening day.
No, not week 1. No way, not week 1.
Mike Tomlin will die before that happens.
Dude, Mike Tomlin, if we can get another winning season, he needs to be coach of the year because that man can always finds a way to win.
Davey, so Davey's picking for Matty, but against the top tier, to top row. Got it. There you go. Appreciate you, Davey. Love you, brother. Appreciate you.
Just you wait, because wait till you see his thoughts on his Patriots this year.
Yeah. So that is one of the shining points of football season starting, because we can always count on Josh when he does come in, when he's not working at the church, to give us a great big F you Bill Belichick, because Lord knows that should be a thing forever. And number two, it's always fun because my son's a Patriots fan. I don't understand why I didn't raise him like that. I didn't do that to him or to the universe. I don't know where I failed him.
Jeff, no matter what you do, just always go back and show him to where the Broncos kicked the Patriots out of the playoffs, to where we won the Super Bowl that year.
Yes, exactly. You know, okay,
I've also got one for you too, G. Whenever Tim Tebow kicked your guys' ass out of the playoffs as well.
So. Oh God, don't remind me, dude. I was watching. I remember watching that game with a friend of mine, and I think it was overtime. I think
it was overtime. I think it was literally like a last ditch effort.
It was just a short slant or a short pass, and it just. I can't remember who Tebow threw the ball to.
Demaryius Thomas.
Like, the game was over. I was like, "Oh my God, he's kidding me!"
There you go. He's thinking 6 wins this year. I will take that stat. I will run that. I'm here for that.
Speaking of the Patriots, did you guys hear? Someone asked Tom Brady what he thought about the NFL being scripted.
Okay.
And his response,
I did see something about that.
His response to that was, "Do you honestly think that I would have went along and played it in the Super Bowl knowing that the script had me losing to Peyton's little brother 2 Super Bowls?" He didn't even give him the gratification of going, "Yeah, did you think I would have went along with it if I lost to Eli twice?" No, he had to go Peyton's little brother.
Yeah.
That's when you know it may or may not be, because it could be, because he's got that. It's like, man, Tom's thinking, I'm too good looking to throw this game to this guy. Like, come on, now it's great.
So is it true that Brady's like part owner of the Raiders?
Dude, he is a minority owner of the Raiders.
Okay, I wasn't 100% sure, but I was am I reading this right?
Wait. Is he still playing in Tampa?
No, but I will let you guys know. I did a fantasy draft yesterday, auction draft fantasy through ESPN. Tom Brady is still listed as a quarterback. So to anybody who drafted Tom Brady in their fantasy drafts this year, I'm so fucking sorry.
So Ray, we talked about Jerry and his comments earlier this year on the Greg Jerry Show. We the three of us, Maddie and Greg and I, were talking about Jerry and his for lack of a better term, grandstanding. Look, I am a Cowboys fan, and the reason I'm a Cowboys fan, full disclosure, is because they drafted Troy Aikman out of UCLA when I was a kid. Like UCLA, I mean, one of our schools here, so always for that loyalty. But man, Jerry just makes my teeth bleed.
You know what? Yeah. Jeff, I don't think you answered that question. JB3 asks, "What's your favorite episode of the Greg Cherry Show?"
I actually have it started. I was going to bring it up once we were done talking about the Cowboys here, but I'll go ahead and throw it up there now.
Yeah, I saw it was highlighted, so I didn't know what the hell was going on there.
That's why I started. Yeah, I want to make sure I got to it. There have been so many fun moments doing this show for 3 years now with Greg, which is crazy.
It's crazy to think I've been doing it for almost 2.
Yeah. One of the more recent ones, actually, it wasn't like a episode of the show proper, but one of the more recent ones we did where Maddie was on and Daisy was on and Kate was on with us that Saturday.
It was the spectacular, yeah?
Yeah. Those are the ones where we've got multiple people. As much as I enjoy the quote general discourse between myself and Greg, or the three of us, Maddie when you're on, or Big G when he's on, like I like having like a panel, like just people popping in and out. That's always fun. But yeah, I don't have just one. That's the worst cop-out answer in the history of the internet wrestling community, JV3. But I don't have just one. We said this for over a year. Wednesday is my day of the week where I just come out and have no format and give no fucks. I just come in there and go, all right, what do you want to bullshit about this for the hour?
Right.
I can throw shit at the wall and find out what sticks. So yeah.
So would you guys?
I enjoyed this show as far as not having to really worry about format because Greg's pretty much got it nailed down. It's like, all right, what are we doing? And then I sit back and enjoy this shenanigans.
When we go live, we know it's going to be fun.
Exactly, and that's the thing I've tried to.
Also, obligatory 420.
There you go. Well, that's true because you're not ahead of me in Colorado. Yeah, it's I've tried to find the balance, and I realized that I didn't have that for the longest time because I was doing 2 or 3 of my shows. I was JJ or I were producing my Staff Boys show. We had open mic night. We've had watch-alongs, which God, the watch-alongs have just increased exponentially. You know, I remember talking with JJ and our team at the time, Noah and James, like, oh yeah, we're gonna scale back. We won't do a whole bunch. Like, look at this shit. Where's the graphic? Here it is. This is just through the end of the year. Yeah, this is just through the end of the year. That's already scheduled as of now. If it'll loading. Oh my God, worst Wi-Fi ever. Come on, hotel. There we go.
Jesus Christ Almighty.
We've got 3 more this month, 4 if you count the Grand Slam twice because we are doing it on separate nights. 3 in October now, and now with Crown Jewel being announced, we've got 3 in November for sure. It's just crazy that, you know, and again, I've said this a few times, you know, somewhere, there you go. There's that. Oh, you are muted, sir. There you go.
I was jokingly, I was like, I'll do it up the nose if y'all pay me.
Yeah. There you go. Super chat. Thank you for reminding me, Matt. I totally forgot about that. There we go.
Hey, I don't think it's been a week since we've been on last.
Yes. Well, we are going to talk about that when Greg gets here.
Okay. We'll let him do that.
We are definitely doing that. We have something to disclose to the world en masse, and we'll get there once Greg arrives. But yeah, I was mentioning, leaving, just like not complaining about it. It's like, man, I work and get paid by the Walt Disney Company. I work and get paid covering professional wrestling. I get to go back and watch my high school football team do the thing. We're undefeated still, already in the season, which that's never a bad thing going 3-0. Especially the Cowboys, especially my Cowboys. It's one of those. Balance is the key, and I've had to work, and part of it is nothing in this life is worth having if you don't have to work hard for it. You have to work. If it's just given to you, then it's like it wasn't. It feels lesser than, and I've had to really work at it to maintain this job and keep this going, which is why I'm so grateful to this show. I'm grateful to Staff Boys show. I'm grateful to, people being able to go, do Aaron's panels and, be with Virgin and everything, and having Big G be able to, plug his stuff on here and, get the Parker Kane, name out there. And, part of me is hoping that, Philly is still going to happen because I do want to be able to see, people back east that I haven't seen ever in person or, in a long time at the very least. So yeah, this show is the balance of everything else is work in one way or the other. As far as like I have to do something. Literally here today's different because I had to be the one to start the show. But usually I just kick back and go, all right, Greg, hit the push play. That's it. That's all I do for an hour.
Yeah, this is your pleasure show.
That makes it sound naughty out of context, but sure, we'll go with that.
I exist to make people uncomfortable.
You do, and which is kind of grateful Josh isn't here. Just throwing that out there now. Just waiting for that 7:00 hour when he realizes, oh shit, we've been on for an hour.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in an hour early with us. Thank you all.
Yes.
Again, we didn't make it like a whole big like Greg put a thing out on Twitter and I quote tweeted it or quote twixed it, whatever the hell they're calling it now. By the way, whoever first said Twix to combine Twitter and X, like I'm here for that. By the way, like Twix is the new word now. This is now Twix. We are now We're not using Twix to do social media to promote the shows.
We
That's what we're
want
doing.
Twix. We want Twix.
So,
That's right.
would you guys agree that you do not want to see Kansas or Philly in the Super Bowl again this year?
Yep.
Dude, I would give my left testicle if the Kansas City Chiefs never make it to a Super Bowl again in my lifetime.
I have nothing against the teams. They are both great teams,
Right.
but it's starting to feel like the Patriots all over again.
Well, as long as I have the mentality of anyone but Patrick, and I have him as my fucking fantasy quarterback on accident.
Yes. I'm like with the Anaheim Ducks. Anybody win the cup at the Ducks? Like even if Vegas repeats, like I'm okay with it.
Aren't you closer? Oh no, you're in LA. You're not closer to Anaheim.
Well, no, right now I'm as close to the Ducks as they can get because they're like down the street.
Oh, okay.
Right, because I mean, again, I'm on Catella at this hotel. You go down Catella about a mile or two, Honda Center. It's right there. So yeah, I'm like I can smell that nasty duck air. It's like wow, gross. But yeah, I as far as the Super Bowl, I'm a Cowboys person, so the Eagles being there is a little vomit-inducing. Not gonna lie, but by that same token, I was perfectly willing.
Guys. The Broncos are making it this year.
Right. There you go, baby. I was even willing when I went out and saw Nikki and Bree.
Why are you giving me that look?
oh boy. 2 weeks ago, if I had the time and be able to get it together, I was going to have Meet Your Mania shirts made in Eagles green with the text in silver. So I'm willing to concede if the opportunity is proper enough. Going to see the Garcia twins and kissing their ass with Eagles colors? Absolutely.
Okay. If going into this year, what would be the weirdest outcome for the Super Bowl mentally for you guys?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
The weirdest?
I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets would make it to Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers being there.
You know, I was going to say that, or, people are talking way up about the Jags.
I want the Jags to make it, dude. I want them to make it.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, JB3 left Twix.
Well, yeah. I'm indifferent. I'm a Snickers person. So sorry. Oh shit! I banned him. Oh piss! Oh my god!
Banned JB3.
I didn't mean to. Oh shit. Okay. So can I fix that?
Well, JB3 just typed back in Lions making it, so I think he's back.
Okay. So
what's up, D? By the way,
yes.
8 whole ass grown men.
Okay. So, oh god. All right. If somebody is a moderator of Greg's channel,
I'm about
please
to
fix
look.
that.
I'm about to look.
Fudge. Sorry, dude. Like I went to go click it, and the whole thing, like the screen moved on my phone.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Damn it all. God, I hate doing this remotely.
Jags will easily win the South this year. That is without a doubt. Yes.
The South, I can't believe.
Okay, I fixed it.
Okay.
Thank God.
Welcome back, JB3.
It just said on high. I had a thing where it said on high.
Yeah, this is my one stress-free show of the week. Yeah, not fucking today. Anyway, banning people. Sorry, brother. My bad.
Oh, that was great though. But Jags.
Don't have Twix questions next time. No. It's all about them Reese's anyway. You Twix lover. No. So the weirdest for me would definitely be the Jaguars winning. Just mainly number one, it's Jacksonville, which would be odd in itself. But the fact that they were the ones that pulled their belt off the WWE line, that would be just the greatest thing of all time. If they won the Super Bowl and Hunter would be going, it'd be the greatest thing of all time.
Not only that, like a couple of years ago, they got screwed out of being in the Super Bowl by a play call against the Patriots.
They did. That's
so it will make it almost 7 years coming since they should have been in the fucking Super Bowl.
There you go. Lucky 7, baby. There you go.
The Jets will go down to the final game and have to win to get the final wild card spot.
That would be very much like the Jets.
But if they make the Super Bowl off of that.
Make it number one. That's the thing. Winning is a thing. If you're talking about just the weirdest game to get there, anything involving the Jets or the Jags would be weird, just because it's still even now seems.
What about the
not
Buccaneers with
far-fetched.
Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, I don't see that.
Okay.
Yeah. That wouldn't be weird. That would just be like, it would be just, freaking figures, right? That Brady leaves, and they go back anyway. No, the weirdest thing for me would be to see the Patriots go back and then just get their asses kicked, just so Belichick can stick it up his own ass. That'd be the greatest thing of all time.
As much as Davey would love for that to happen, Mac Jones is not leading them even into the fucking wild card.
No, he's not. No. It's there needs, and again, this is more about me disliking the person than the team. Patriots were what they were, and the choices were made because the person in charge. If Belichick leaves, I got no problem with them. I have zero issue with them at this point.
You gonna become a Patriots fan?
I don't say that, but I will always be a Cowboys fan first. I don't know if I'll be a fan, but I will definitely dislike them. I will stop disliking them. I'll be indifferent. As long as Belichick is in New England, fuck them.
I will always hold a grudge against the Patriots because Ben's first year in 2004.
Oh,
we made it to the AFC Championship game and we lost in Ben's rookie year. I mean, we went to the Super Bowl the next year, but
that was also the same year Ben went like 11-0 to start the fucking season as a rookie. Like that would have been the craziest story should Ben have gotten to the Super Bowl, and I think they would have won.
Yeah. Had they made that, can you imagine if they'd have won there? I would never hear the end of it.
Nobody would hear the end of it because they would have been like, Ben Roethlisberger is the best fucking quarterback I've ever seen.
Well, no. What would have been odd is 2004. That was the year. I'm sorry. That was still when we were early on in the. What's my beef with Belichick? What isn't my beef?
Dude,
with Belichick?
A lot of people have beef with Belichick. My beef was with Brady. That was where my beef laid.
So Belichick is not only a cheater, not only is he a overly grumpy gruff ass, but he there's no reason that. And again, we said this in wrestling. We were talking about the elite holding their positions of power in AEW. Nobody should be a player coach. By the same token, I don't think a coach should also be the general manager. I've never liked that. I've never liked, and that's not just against Bill. It's just a combination of him being the GM and the coach.
Have you noticed they've got a history of putting Bills as GM coaches? Because they also did it with Bill O'Brien, and I don't know why they did that in Houston.
They did. So Marshall, we were talking earlier about the Chiefs winning again. I think everybody in the room would be okay if the Chiefs didn't make it like ever, but at least for the next 10 years, just go away.
As long as I don't have to see, like the Chiefs can keep winning my division as long as Patrick Mahomes is around. If the Chiefs never win a Super Bowl in my lifetime, I will die a happy man.
Yeah, and as far as the Steelers always have a shot.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if you have any bit of that Yinzer blood in you, Steelers.
Like I said at the beginning of the show, Maddie, before you popped in, I said, we have the offense, we have the talent, we have if TJ Watt can stay healthy, it's sad how much of a difference TJ Watt makes in games. We were like 1-6 when he wasn't there last season. I think we were like 6-8 or 7-8 when he was there. So it's crazy what a difference he makes.
Dude,
but if he stays healthy, just watch out because he.
if TJ Watt plays a full season, he's breaking the sack record. That is a fucking bold prediction, but it's one that will happen.
Yeah.
Here's my other thing with Brady is because he played for that team up north. I mean that's just he went there, so that's a major issue I have with him being from my family being from near the Ohio State. It's like we hate the Big M, man. Just, absolutely not. So
I do plan on having a couple heart attacks this season too. So
it will be live on the Raw Ball podcast while you guys watch me have an aneurysm.
By the way, Maddie, you mentioned the code word. I loved seeing the Yinzer 316 shirts at Payback. That shit was awesome.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was awesome.
That shit in the crowd. I mean, again, not a not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but that was still fun to see that out there because it's not just Steelers, it's Pittsburgh. Like I've low key been a Penguins fan, much more so in the Mario and Jaromir Jagr era than I have been, in the kid era. But I do enjoy Sid. Most people don't because it's like how do you hate on that kid? He's amazing.
It was so funny seeing Kevin and Sammy wearing Penguins jerseys.
That was
I'm like two Canadian fans wearing Pittsburgh.
No, I was about to say two diehard Habs fans wearing fucking Pittsburgh Penguins.
Especially Sammy, who just was rocking the Habs stuff. Dude, went into Montreal, was made an honorary Hab.
Sammy took that shit off the quickest he possibly could. KO still wrestled in it for a minute, but Sammy took that shit off as quick as possible.
He's like, I'm burning.
To be fair, though,
I'm doing great, Tornado Tony. How you doing?
Tony, good. Always good to see you in the chat room, brother. But you notice Kevin was wearing the Mario Lemieux jersey, which that guy's
I was about to say they were Lemieux and they were Crosby jerseys. Two of arguably the best pens of all time.
But Sammy couldn't shed that Crosby jersey any faster if he tried. No. I will say this though about Lemieux. Anyway, we're going all over the place, but it's a great cherry show. That's why we do it.
Hey, dude, Mario Lemieux is my favorite hockey player of all time.
Gretzky himself said if Mario had stayed healthy, Mario would have been the great one. I mean, that's legit. Mario would have broken every record Gretzky even sniffed at, let alone actually broke, because Mario Lemieux was that damn. He was good.
Insane.
He was insane good, but he had the back issues early on, like way too early.
Mario in his prime was an absolute dog, dude. It was insane.
And the thing is, he had Gretzky's. I'm not trying to compare anybody to Gretzky's anything because, goddamn it, it's Wayne Gretzky. But he had Gretzky's speed and puck maneuverability, and he was as big as a goddamn house while he was doing it. Like Lemieux was a solid, like he was like Hogan's height and like build and like freaking.
He really fucking was, wasn't he?
He was a goddamn horse, but he was Rey Mysterio's speed.
He was an absolute monster. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. He could have very easily been in those discussions with Wayne and Gordie Howe and Marcel Dion, all those guys, that came, that were sitting there. You remember the top three for years and years and years was Gretzky, Howe, and fill in number 3 here somewhere, right? Man, Mario could have easily been there. And again, we're talking about, Ovechkin getting ever closer to that goal mark for Gretzky.
Yeah.
Like he could do it this year, which is scary for me in my lifetime because I was
never thought that would have gotten broken.
Yeah. I wasn't at the game. My dad and my grandmother were at the game when Gretzky hit 802. I was supposed to go, but school was what it was, like school night. But and that was in 1994 when that record was finally broken. So you figure it's been damn near 30 years. Never thought it would be a thing, but if he passes it this season and they go late into the season, it will have been 30 years. So it's crazy to me to think it's a thing. But what's even scary, we're talking about the points or the record earlier. If Gretzky never scored a single goal in his NHL career, he would still be the points leader. That's how many goddamn assists he has.
Okay, gotcha.
I think I remember someone saying that on like the Pat McAfee show because they were like, yeah, Ovechkin is impressive, but even if Gretzky never scored a point, Ovechkin still wouldn't be
goal.
there.
Yeah. If Gretzky never logged a single goal from 1979 to whatever it was, 99 when he retired.
Yeah, he played like 20-some years, didn't he?
Yeah, he retired with the Rangers in 99. I know that because somewhere in the catacombs of my home is a VHS tape. And on that tape is the final episode of Deep Space Nine from Star Trek, the final episode of Home Improvement, and Gretzky's last game, all on the same tape.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, you could record like VHS tapes. You could record a good amount of stuff on there. Yeah.
Well, for the longest damn time, that tape was also Raw as Owen.
Owen's tribute.
I think it got taped over because of Gretzky, and I'm not discounting Owen Hart's importance. It's just my house. Gretzky's more important. So,
yeah. I will say now that we've brought that up, one of my favorite VHS tapes growing up was the Royal Rumble 2002. I had my parents had taped that one over.
There you go.
But on this same recording was Simpsons House of Horrors, I believe 4 or 5.
Oh shit, early one. Yeah.
And
Horror,
and like 2 episodes of the original X-Men animated series. And I was like, this is the holy grail of fucking videotapes.
Seriously, it's like every fandom in the history of the world on one tape.
Yeah, I have never been more upset to lose a tape in my life than I have with that one.
Yeah. So this is how a couple things that came out of your what you replied with. First of all, again, another one of my tape. Like, I was so obsessed with the NWO in 1997 that I recorded Bash at the Beach off of the pay-per-view broadcast, and then I printed out, hand to God, I printed out the Bash at the Beach logo on a printer and taped it over the VHS tape, like on the thing.
Let's fucking go.
What's even crazier is I don't have the whole show. I've got it like right as the Steiners versus Muta Chono match was.
Oh, that match is so fucking good, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All matches were good, but like I missed like I forget why I missed the first couple of matches. But also when I mentioned Raw's Own, you were going to mention a tape. I thought you were going to talk about Bray, and the reason I say that, I was walking down get emotional again. I was walking down the street and I passed a Wyndham Hotel. Any other time in my life when I see Wyndham, I would have thought of SoCal Val, because her last name is Wyndham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now I think of Bray first. And it kind of bums me out because Val's one of my better friends in the industry. And I always thought of her when I read it, because she would like, oh yeah, Wyndham Hotels, that's my favorite. Just the whole gimmick was so silly. But now it's like, now I always think of Bray, even though it's still different.
Yeah.
I will always think of Bray first when I see Wyndham, not Barry, not Kendall, and not Val. But yeah, I always think of Bray now because his name is Wyndham.
Yeah, anytime I see the name Wyndham, I think Bray will probably be the first thing that'll ever pop up to my mind.
And yes, I was aware he did play officially a year in the WHA before they like folded into the NHL, I guess, for lack of a better term. So, but yeah, but even still, he was playing in the NHL for most of those 20 years. But again, he never logs a goal. He still has the all-time points record. It's absolutely ridiculous how much of a all-around player that guy was. Now, there was a debate, and I saw somebody mention him earlier up here somewhere about Bobby Orr, because my dad and I have always been in the pissing contest about Gretzky versus Bobby Orr, because I've always said that Gretzky was the greatest to ever play the game. He's like, no. Gretzky's the greatest scorer. Bobby Orr's the greatest player. Because Bobby Orr did what Bobby Orr did, and he was a defenseman. I'm like, okay, that's fair.
That's a valid point. That is a very valid point.
Yeah.
Especially of that era.
Yeah, and when you think about the picture that's labeled the goal in history is Bobby Orr. Wayne Gretzky, it's Bobby Orr with up in the air. So yeah, I can concede that. As far as this question, Raymond, that was one of the best things I've seen.
Oh, dude.
And I have followed Mike his entire career.
That was funnier than hell.
Oh my God.
That was so funny.
And
they were chanting holy,
Yes.
Like,
how
it was.
Is it that this man who, like I said, I have followed Mike Mizanin since before he joined UPW, and he is still producing banger segments and matches and promos.
The matches are definitely hit or miss. The promos are never a fucking miss.
Right.
Mike Mizanin is still, to this day, one of the best promos we have in the business.
He is, and to think this is a guy that was, not allowed to dress in the dressing room with everybody, was ostracized, you're a reality star, but it's like, man, he's become a cornerstone of the company, and I am. Yeah. It scares me how proud I am of him as a friend and how awesome Miz has become. It's just so cool for me to see that.
I will say, I definitely turned away from the Miz. I want to say during like his face run that they tried to push him in like 2012, 2013. But once the rivalry kicked back up with Dolph Ziggler around 2016,
yes,
Miz has definitely like shot himself back up into like the top tiers of, heels in the business, being able to work the microphone.
Right. Yeah. I'm just throwing comments up as you're
talking.
Oh yeah,
no,
keep
it's
going. So this question, unfortunately, is the wrong question to ask me. I don't watch college football.
As someone who is just now coming around to college football, go Buffs.
There you go.
From what I know, the Iowa Hawkeyes, they may have a chance to get ranked, but in chances of getting a natty, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But the Buffs, we getting that natty this year.
Yes. College football is definitely changing for me because like everybody's leaving. I think it's the Pac-12. Like the Pac-12 is a fucking wreck of itself. So like I literally have no dog in the fight. Like the Ohio State always for me because of family connections. Depending on whose house I'm staying in at what given time here in SoCal, USC or UCLA, depending on who I'm talking to. I mean, because I don't cheer for both of the same day because I'm not that stupid. But I college football is probably the one sport that is followed by damn near everybody in this country that I'm just kind of like, meh, I'm good.
Dude, I never followed college football until like the end of their season.
And that's not a knock on anybody that does. I know Greg follows college ball. I know he's big on the Irish. But yeah.
Hey man, I'm just looking to make money off of kids this year.
There you go. Yeah. No. Okay. You know. I'm glad you brought that up because this is the Greg Chair. No. Hang on. The Greg Chair. I'm glad you mentioned that because I wanted to talk about this on Monday and I didn't get a chance to do a show Monday because I literally came home into a fucking coma from Disney. Hey, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, in the room. The man himself, the Greg. Wow, not time for Jeff.
Hey, the Greg.
He's the Greg, everybody.
Welcome.
Greg Cherry is up into his own house. And Greg, you're just in time. I'll tell you what. Maddie brought up. College ball was brought up. Maddie brought up making money off kids, and I wanted to make this point Monday, but again, I came home from Disney into a goddamn coma. I was at the football game, the high school football game Friday night, and my Cowboys, Canyon High School Cowboys, were up pretty significant amount.
Yeah.
And there was this group about a row or two in front of me and about maybe 4 or 5 people over this way. Men older than me or in my age bracket, grown-ass men, supposedly fathers. I know some fathers because they were cheering for their own kids on the team. Hollering at the coach for not rotating the players in and out. And when the quarterback who was admittedly struggling with, running the ball and not making passes, put the real quarterback in. Come on. And I'm sitting there going, okay, a couple things. First of all, put the real quarterback in. How about if the kid that's in there, how about if his parents are sitting 2 people over from you? How do you think they're feeling? If the kid's down there, how do you think he's feeling? Number 2, do you want to put on a headset, go down there and do the coach's job? No. Guys, high school ball and even college ball where they're getting recruited in the pros or whatever, they're up until their junior, senior year of college. These are teenagers, man. They're fucking children.
Dude, these are kids that don't know how to take that type of criticism.
You are yelling at coaches, at least in high school, who are volunteering to take a job on other than their teaching job at the high school. More often than not, you're yelling at volunteers and you're yelling at teenagers.
Right.
Seriously, go home. For real. Go home from this game Friday, wake up Saturday, go out onto the real grass, not the turf and off the fucking football field, real grass, get your feet in some grass and some dirt and get some fresh air because goddamn, listening to you fucking assholes yell at these kids and the coaches for a quarter made me want to puke.
It's understandable, dude. Like I've been there. I've seen this type of shit. My brother played football in his sophomore year before he separated his shoulder.
Yeah. I mean,
and
I have
some of these people act like these kids are in the NFL. Like these kids are capable of doing these immaculate 80-yard passes or some shit like that.
It's like I have played, I have coached, I have done everything at Little League baseball and high school football, and it has always infuriated me the way that parents feel the need to bitch and complain at the coaches and the kids. And it's like, if you seriously don't have the mental ability to not be that guy for your kid, not be a proper father for your kid, and not be a observer and a fan of the game you're watching, don't feel obligated to put your money into the program, because obviously you don't have faith in the program to do right by your kid.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Welcome, Greg.
Hi, Greg. Yeah. Sorry. I Maddie brought that up, and I'm sorry, but yeah. Welcome to Greg Cherry Show. Here's Greg Cherry, everybody.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for I'm thirsty.
What does it mean, though?
Yeah, so Greg, what do you want to talk about today? Just curious.
Well, Daisy mentioned it. I don't know if she's been in yet, but
Not yet.
I think she's coming top of the hour.
She'll be here at 7, she said. Yeah, so yeah.
All right. Well, we can save the punk conversation because I know she has some thoughts on it. She mentioned.
Should I start taping up my wrists?
Do a little of this to warm up.
So I'll bring this up before she comes in, Greg, because I wanted to ask you about this. I finally got to see All Out with Punk and not Punk, with Joe and Max interactions. At the start, I'm like, that's a shot at Punk, and I'm here for it. I'm okay.
Oh
with
yeah.
it.
I don't know if it was much of a shot at Punk as it was
Front face lock.
Yeah, front face lock.
But
The brawl might have been, but the shove was definitely
now
The shot was total illusion to before, totally, and it was funnier than hell.
now
But the
Greg,
brawl itself, yeah.
before we get too off topic, there has been a couple questions about college football in the chat, and we know you are the college football guy. Jeff, will you bring those up, please?
Yeah. So there were comments. Let's see.
One of them was Iowa Hawkeyes. Do you think they'll ever
I'll find it. So yeah, Marshall asked me, and I was like, no fucking idea.
Listen, I don't follow the Iowa Hawkeyes, despite the fact that they have very similar uniforms to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
That Big E went there.
Correct.
So that is about the extent of my knowledge of the Iowa program. They have not been near the top of the line. Like, I know they had a big game against Penn State, which I think they lost on the last play of the game.
Oh, there you go.
2 years ago. I honestly don't pay attention to the Hawkeyes because Notre Dame never plays them. So it's
Right.
It's one of those things where, like, if I was a Penn State fan and like they played each other in the Big Ten, that would be one thing. I don't pay enough attention to the Hawkeyes program to know whether national championship bound.
Okay.
And I think the other one was to shout out Michigan on the channel.
Who did that?
No.
Not JD.
No. It was a reminder to me and to Greg that part of our beef with Brady was that he played for Michigan.
Ah, okay.
Fuck Michigan.
I guarantee you that was JB3.
That was JB3.
Oh, it totally was JB3.
Of course.
You missed it. I went to go star his comment for later, and because the thing was on my phone, I accidentally banned him for about 20 seconds. Big G saved the day.
Nice.
It's a great cherry show. It's random shit.
So here's a fun fact that I learned last night. This is completely unrelated to anything. This is actually baseball related. For the first time since 1969.
Nice.
The New York Yankees have a record of 69
Nice.
and 69. They didn't play twice.
That's okay, but that is insane. I feel so sorry for you, Greg. But it is a double nice.
Why do you feel sorry? You're freaking making Kate's day with his own team. That's
team
Greg's
too.
day right there.
Oh, so it's a double nice for you and Kate.
Exactly.
Yeah, Kate's a Yankees fan too, so that works out beautifully.
There you go.
So how are my socks doing?
Gone.
They're ahead of the Yankees. The Yankees are at the bottom of the East. You're not much better. Don't be laughing.
At least I'm above the cellar, damn it.
Hey! You know what? For a guy that has a team in each section of the standings, because I'm a Dodgers and Angels fan, I'm equally pissed off at the world and like all of you. So there is.
Oh,
that.
dude, I don't even want to look at the Colorado Rockies right now.
Oh God, the Rockies are just like
Dog shit.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah. The two teams in this, like, not even the cellar, like they're like wading in the freaking the mold of the cellar, the damn Royals and the good old soon to be Aces.
I think they'll keep the name Athletics. Something tells me they'll just become the Vegas Athletics.
Well, yeah, because God forbid they change anything other than getting the hell out of that city. And again, it's not the city's fault; it's the owner. He's an asshole. I get that, but
Same thing with the Angels.
No, you know what though? Artie isn't an asshole. He's just not geographically staying. Doesn't know where his team is. Well, if they had the Angels of Anaheim, okay, sure, Artie, get a map, brother.
Oh, we got a Twitch viewer.
Ooh, fancy. Dark Sage 979117.
Age 9117. Much respect to all the college football teams out there. Growing up an Army fan, I just want to see them one day make the expanded playoffs. If even such a thing could happen, even if they got blown out. I was very impressed with them last week, only losing by 2 points. Listen, I am not opposed to the academies. Notre Dame plays the academies on a semi-regular basis, mostly Navy. They have played Army and Air Force before, but it's mostly the Naval Academy that they play.
So,
I feel like it is very tough for the academies to compete with the programs like Alabama, Georgia, to some extent Ohio State, Notre Dame, USC. There's Daisy.
Hello.
Daisy.
Sorry, I couldn't
gang
hear
is
you the
all
first couple
here.
times I tried to log in, and I'm like, hello? It was on my end. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Dave's wearing a Steelers hat. Here we go. Game's on now. Shit.
And I have my water and my Steelers koozie.
Oh, there you go.
I don't have a Broncos koozie, but I do have a Red Sox koozie.
I'm very unprepared for today's show, but I'm also going to work in a little bit, so that's why.
So am I. I got off a long shift at work. I went out and did some yard work. I have had no time to do anything.
Oh my goodness.
But I do want to say, now that the gang's all here, I don't know if this was brought up earlier, but we are doing Luck of the Draw.
We made it.
Myself, Jeff, and Maddie have all agreed to play the game, and I have also tried to convince somebody else to play the game, and I think I've got them on board. Right.
Yes, if I don't usually work Wednesdays, so I will be playing.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I am very looking forward to this. So what
Me
else do I
too.
have to purchase?
What you will need is a bottle of water, 3 eggs, and a bottle of chocolate syrup. That's it.
Oh, that sounds like a party.
Does this bottle count? 64 ounces.
Oh, yeah. If you fill it up with... You're good.
Literally, this would be acceptable.
Yeah, literally, like this size is
Nah, if we're gonna waterboard myself, I'm gonna do it right.
Okay.
But yeah, once we get there, the date isn't planned because, as you can see behind me, I have no room to do a damn thing.
No.
I feel that.
No.
Like, I know I've been doing the show in the living room for like the last 3 weeks, but once this room is clear, I'll lay down like a contractor bag or a tarp or something, and we'll all be set.
I'll just lay down saran wrap,
Let's say
I'll go out to our balcony.
Yeah.
maybe some parchment paper.
If we could do it on a Wednesday where I'm going to be at the hotel, so I could just like freaking lay that, that'd be, no, seriously, I don't want to mess my house up. This is bullshit. So throw in the tub over there. That works too.
I was gonna say, if you want to thank anybody for the game happening, thank these two right here.
Oh, I know. Trust me.
You're welcome.
Shenanigans. So, again, I thank everybody, especially this guy, for letting us start early. I know people are like, "What the hell?" And Daisy, you being a fan of the brand, I have a shift at Disney in about an hour.
Oh, that's exciting!
So, yeah, I'm literally right. If you go out the door of the hotel room, and literally go across the street, you can see the Ferris wheel of California Adventure.
Oh.
So way easier than having to go from home, which is nice. So yeah, that's why we started early. So I'm going to be bailing out of here in about a half hour. But I know we wanted to talk about the man behind the symbol, and I know Greg. I also wanted to do weird state laws before we leave today because I always like that segment. So.
Pull up some weird state laws because again, I can't behind me.
Yeah, let's do that real quick. I got my koozie out.
But since we're all here, football season is upon us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Thank God.
About that quite a bit. Yeah.
Tomorrow, we kick off the season tomorrow.
Yes.
And well, Travis Kelce might, but kick off the season tomorrow.
For the sake of all you Steelers fans, I really hope that the state that we land on is Pennsylvania.
That would be something. Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, in the Super Bowl last year against the Eagles, much to Jeff's delight.
Jeff's delight.
Well,
the Chiefs won a fucking Super Bowl again.
But he's a fan of the Cowboys, and the Eagles are in the Cowboys division. You don't want to see your division rival win a championship.
Yeah, but not the
Sorry.
I've had to watch it so many times.
No, the only time I will have Eagles colors going, like I said, if I get to see Nikki and Brie again, I will have the Mecha Mania shirts made in Eagles green with white text. That's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, the hell with it.
Yeah. So the Chiefs will be taking on the Lions tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, right.
Mm-hmm.
Lions all the way. Big cats go meow.
Yeah. Josh mentioned here that the Cincinnati Bengals are being hosted by Cleveland. So that should be a fun.
That will be fun.
Go Bengals.
I have the Raiders.
Yeah, you have the Raiders at 425.
We got the Giants.
You got the Giants in prime time on Sunday Night Football. Have fun with Collinsworth.
Hey,
I'll be at work, thank God.
Oh, I was about to be like, do you want to live stream that, Jeff?
No, I'll be at work missing Collinsworth. Oh, darn.
And, of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing host to the San Francisco 49ers.
So I know I talked about it already, but I want to hear Greg's and Daisy thoughts about the Steelers this year and how far we'll go.
Yeah, definitely.
I am very hopeful about the Steelers this year. If it's anything like the preseason, which I know is very hard to judge against because it's mostly second and third string.
Right.
Yeah.
The first string team looked very good from what I can tell. I'm thinking.
Come on, go full Yinzer.
Never go full Yinzer.
I'm thinking 12 and 5. I'm not.
12 and 5 is good.
Happen. One of them will probably be to a team we shouldn't have lost to because that seems to be the Steelers every year. But I feel at best winning the North, at worst third place in the North. I can't see this team bottoming out.
I don't disagree with that. But I'm concerned it's obviously not a rebuilding year technically, but it still feels like a second year of rebuilding with Large Kenneth up there. I think he's still trying to get his feet underneath him.
Large Kenneth with the small hands.
He does have a small hand.
Like I was told Jeff, if Matt Canada gets his head out of his ass this year, I think.
Yes.
If you guys fire Matt Canada, you guys might win the fucking Super Bowl.
Yes. Yes.
It seems like our offensive coordinators go down in talent. It's like, geez, oh man.
Which is the worst position to go down in talent in is the offensive.
Hey man, you got to keep Mike Tomlin around somehow.
I mean, Tomlin still to this day has not had a losing season. 16.
Oh, I know. Win, lose, or draw. I'm dragging this team scratching or clawing to a fucking winning season.
Yes.
I don't know if he's in the chat, but I'm calling him out right now. I bet Josh before the draft we had our little bet. If the Steelers went into last place, I'd be a Browns fan for a year. And if the Browns went into last place, he'd be a Steelers fan for a year. He wouldn't take the bet. So
because he knows the truth.
Is
though he is riding high off the fact that he did win a bet this year. He didn't win the bet with Virtue. He didn't want to mess with you, but thanks to freaking terrible Tony and Pepsi Phil, I'm at $100 to that motherfucker. So,
Marshall, Travis Kelce is not good to play tomorrow night.
No, he is not.
no.
And can I tell you how happy I am to hear that?
I did pick up his Kelsey's replacement, on the waiver wire.
That is a very smart idea. That is an incredibly smart idea because what is Mahomes' number one go-to?
Yep.
Kelsey.
Yep.
So as long as that motherfucker has hands, you guys are good.
Yeah.
I forgot to repost the link, but yesterday during my lunch break, I was actually part of the Wrestling Media Fantasy Football Draft. So
I did my draft yesterday as well, Greg.
What's that?
I did.
I did my fantasy draft as well yesterday.
I did one yesterday and one Monday, and I went bold in my Monday draft for my quarterback. Since it's a league we're not paying for money, I picked up, of course, we're a Florida Gators house here in Tampa with my fiance. I picked up Anthony Richardson.
Ooh, there you go.
Bold, very bold, I know.
Very bold. Very bold.
I ended up spending $184 on Austin Eckler, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Ooh,
To be fair, I got Pat Mahomes for 77. So
there you go.
do you have any idea how sick I feel pulling Patrick Mahomes?
Nate, I'll tell you this much. Nick Bosa does not make the entire defense of the 49ers.
Nope.
No, he does not. It's an insane contract that he just signed.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that within the last hour. My fiance is like, people are not worth that much.
No.
Where's the lie?
That was a funny thing to me about saying, "Oh yeah, the Patriots are going to do so much better," and the Cowboys are tanking without Big Zeke. And I'm like, what universe do you exist in? Seriously.
5 years, $170 million is what Nick Bosa signed for. That's
is obscene for
holy
Bosa.
shit.
I'm sorry, it is.
That's wild.
To be fair, didn't Mahomes sign a 10-year, $500 million contract?
Something like that.
See, the difference is fan of Mahomes or not, as far as the way he's more worth that than Bosa's worth what he got.
Yeah.
Oh, Marshall, if I could hug you for every member of the Chiefs that got hurt this year, I would much rather step on your toes. That is how much I hate the Kansas City Chiefs.
We're not a Chiefs fan in the upper third in the upper left. That's good. This is clear today.
They have been the bane of my existence for the last 7 years.
There you go.
Did you hear our children?
But yeah, I think the Steelers can handle their business at home against the 49ers. Because quite frankly, the Steelers have the best defensive player in the NFL, and I won't hear any different.
That's sweet.
I always take the Steelers defense. I'm pretty sure I have the Steelers defense on both of my fantasy teams.
The Steelers defense went pretty high in my fantasy draft yesterday.
As long as TJ Watt can stay healthy this year.
Yes.
If TJ Watt stays healthy, you guys have the best defense in the league.
And Pat McAfee said if he breaks the sack record, he will donate 5,000. Was it 500K to a charity of his choosing or something like that?
Wow.
Dude, what did I tell you, G? If TJ Watt is healthy the whole season, you guys have the sack record.
He came close to it 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He tied string hands.
He should have beat it.
Yeah, he should have.
Did get that back on the football, and they didn't count it. So
Yep.
Thank you, Marshall. I respect your opinion.
So I am going to pull up the states wheel because I know I love about football, and we will see what happens this week.
Greg, you're having a good football season overall. Notre Dame out here embarrassing bitches already.
You want to talk about embarrassing bitches? CU made the runner-up for the Natty look like idiots.
That's fair. That's
Speaking
fair.
of embarrassing, hi, Brian Kelly.
Shit.
Oh my gosh. Do you know how much I probably should not have the joy that I had watching Brian Kelly choke in another top 10 game like I did.
Yeah, no.
Just a big old smile. I don't know if that means Florida State's for real or Brian Kelly's just a terrible coach when it matters. I'm going with the latter from experience, but like how do you do that? And then Duke on Monday night beating
What the
Clemson.
shit with Duke?
Yeah.
I had
That shit
money.
was crazy.
I had money on Clemson, and I lost my parlay because Duke.
Oh
beat.
no.
I thought it was a surefire fucking Clemson victory.
Yeah, no, seriously. I'm going through. Go ahead.
But like I feel like Notre Dame broke them last year because
Well, no, I was gonna say, I'm freaking scrolling through Twitch and all I see is Greg. What the hell? Or like, what the hell, Clemson? I'm like, well, that can't be good. I pull up, I'm like, oh no, it's not.
Yeah.
good.
Arkansas State got absolutely murdered. I think it was like 84-0.
There were a
In
few
that
of those
game.
this weekend.
Yeah, there really were a couple.
The
That's-
Arkansas
that's-
State wasn't that bad going into the season, and then they just laid a big old goose egg.
Yeah. they did. Oh, it's rough.
in to see once like actual teams start playing. I'm
At least nobody else had 2 players on the field with the same number.
What?
Go Gators.
Wait. Who's sharing?
Will
the
you please
numbers?
come here and explain this? Let me bring in the expert.
Oh, there we go.
Hi Jay.
What's the cameo?
Howdy ho.
What happened?
So we had stopped Utah, and we were getting the ball back on a kickoff, and we had 2 of the players the same number on the
The
field.
same number.
How that happened, I don't
How does
know.
that happen?
So they got the ball back, and
Was that a penalty?
yeah,
That is some high school shit. That's awful. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That is the dumbest penalty.
No.
I saw a meme and it was like Napier's gonna get left at the airport.
he has a $32 million buyout. So
Seriously, that much money involved, like it's college sports. Not like the airport. They'll never find his body in the ocean. You kidding me? Like they're gonna just go and dump in the water down there. Like what? Whoa.
it's going to be a long season.
Yeah.
I mentally cannot.
Ew.
I mentally cannot fathom how that happens.
That's crazy.
Seriously, like it's a little more common if you have not underprivileged, but like a lower budgeted high
This
school.
is fucking
Right.
Jesus
Florida.
Christ, not in college.
Exactly.
Oh, and as
So
far as
we're gonna
Ray's
have
question,
another long college season. It's been a long 2 or 3 college seasons since we've been together. So
Anthony Richardson went pretty high this year.
Mhm. I think he
As
went
far as
4th
Ray-
overall
I
in
think
the
went 4th
actual
overall,
NFL
yeah.
draft.
As far as this question, how much is everybody's asses chapped that Georgia and Alabama are all both in the top 3?
I mean, it makes sense.
Disgusting or what?
Yeah.
Here's your question. What about Alabama? Fuck Alabama. That's
Yeah,
what-
fuck Alabama. Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to get any. You are talking to the wrong person if you want to talk on the.
Seriously, if you want to go to Alabama, may I please recommend adfreeshows.com? It's all about them.
Wow, Lynn
Crimson
Schmidt
Tide.
has a very bold prediction.
Roll Tide on the. Oh, here we go. But 49ers.
49.
Wow, 49 to
Ouch.
3. Jesus Christ, Lynn.
Yeah, no way in hell is that happening.
You do realize Brock Purdy just came back from fucking Tommy John, right?
Yeah.
So,
And
So-
just we are playing in the Berg on Sunday.
Coach Steelers. You know that, right?
if that game is that lopsided, I'm gonna like be glad I'm not able to watch the games.
I'm not gonna say that the Niners might not win it, but it's
They're
definitely
not
not gonna be a fucking
Not by that
blowout.
much. No
That is
friggin' way.
not-
It is not gonna be a blowout. You guys have too good of a defense for it to be a
Yeah.
blowout.
And especially at home, come on, like
Yeah. Certainly not by that much, and sure as shit not in the
And
Berg. No way.
again, to be fair,
Let me tell you what. If 49-3 is the final score, the 49ers on Sunday, I would shave my head.
you will shave your head if it's 49-3.
I am.
I will fly home and jump in the Monongahela River.
Well, no. What you do is you fly home, make sure he gets a proper head shave first. I mean, he balances out, then jump in the river if we need to. I mean,
I'll fly home and shave Craig's head.
There you go. There you go. Save yourself
Marshall
save
actually
yourself
has
a river dive
question
and just help
for you,
Greg
Greg.
balance his hair out properly.
Marshall's asking, when was the last time Notre Dame won a conference championship? They're not in a conference. Or a national title, 1988.
Okay, so
He said he didn't follow them. He was just wondering. 'cause it was your team.
right. That's fair.
They were in the national title game in 2012, hence my hatred for Alabama. And been to the college football playoff a couple times and got dogged by Brian Kelly. So, you know, I'm not a big fan of the whole Brian Kelly experiment. And Famo Lee in LSU. If you know,
Family. We say that here all the time during football season. We're just a little family.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, nobody was stopping Alabama in 2012 or that whole like first part of that decade. They were unstoppable. So, you know, you hate them because you should, quite frankly, but you know, Notre Dame was just one of unfortunately many that fell to the Crimson Tide at that point.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm struggling. I'm trying to put my shoes on so I can walk out the door here.
Well, I hope that Alabama enjoys Tommy Rees as their offensive coordinator because he was very much frustrating when he was with us. That's anyway. I spun the wheel for the states, and it's my
Pennsylvania.
least favorite state. It's not Pennsylvania. It's my least favorite state in the union.
Maryland.
It hosts my least favorite city in the U.S.
It's Maryland.
Not Maryland, Ohio?
Ohio.
Least favorite. What city do I trash more than any other city?
Fuck if I know, Greg.
I was gonna say Baltimore.
Boston.
Oh,
Oh.
Massachusetts.
Oh, it's Massachusetts.
Okay.
No, Massachusetts has some really stupid ones. I've looked these up.
Oh God. Like we did Massachusetts the first season we did this, and it was just like, how are these people not like walking into walls?
Massachusetts, I believe, has a really dumb bar one.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they were one of the colonies, so they're probably a lot of colonial laws still in place because they're dipshits of it. Anyway.
All right, so we are doing some weird laws. Again, if you want to. I'm out of sync, but there we go. If you want to do, we added something last week to the show, so if you want to
Jeez.
read the rules down there.
Well, I am like 10 minutes away from going to work, so I can't do a dare. So don't donate for me for a dare, for the record, because I got to go to work.
Anyway, here's some weird Massachusetts laws. In Massachusetts, candy may not contain more than 1% of alcohol.
That seems very un-Boston-like to not have alcohol in it.
So that means no like whiskey chocolates.
No,
I guess
guess not.
I've never been a fan of those as a
Oh, they're
With
not
the-
good. I
gal
had
back
those.
in the day.
Yeah, it's like one or the other, yeah, but not both.
Yeah.
That's
also in Massachusetts, an old ordinance declares that goatees are illegal unless you first pay a special license fee for the privilege of wearing one in public. Piss off.
That's
You
great.
need-
that one. God,
You need the privilege to wear a goatee, sir.
Oh, it's a good thing I don't have a goatee.
That's horrendous, though. That's next level. What the shit?
Does a soul patch fall as a goatee? Does Michael Cole have to pay a tax for this?
Michael would pay you for that goatee anyway. Let me be clear on that right now. Damn.
These two are very right next to each other. In Massachusetts, all men must carry a rifle to church on Sunday,
I feel like I knew that one.
but also hunting on Sundays is prohibited.
But, so,
Yep.
They ain't for hunting, boy.
Okay, so basically, you can shoot a guy on the way to church, but don't be killing no animals. Got it. Okay, cool. On a
I
Sunday,
feel
no
like
less.
this was like I don't know. It feels like really like colonial time. Like
Very colonial.
This rifle
Freaking,
ain't
like-
for hunting, boy.
the Salem witch trials.
Yeah, seriously, that was like the Second Amendment, literally. Right to bear arms, but you can only shoot people with it. No animals.
That one's bullshit. In Massachusetts, a woman cannot be on top in sexual activities.
Fuck.
It's too much work.
Did you just
Sorry.
fucking
Sorry.
Casey for Christ's
That's it. That's it.
Well, we're not going to Massachusetts.
It's like
I don't work at news anymore. I can say that shit.
I just imagine that it's happening and a group of SWAT just kick the fucking door into the house and storm it.
Like, ma'am, kindly switch, please. Thank you. Go about your day now.
Like they come up, they come up, guns drawn, and they're like, "You guys got 5 seconds to change position."
Oh wait, it's Sunday.
All right, I've got my non-hunting rifle. Y'all better switch positions real quickly.
Like
Oh,
Daniel said, it's weird and outdated state law.
That's not outdated. That's just out of here. That's just gone at this point.
Another two laws that contradict each other. First of all, it is illegal in the whole state of Massachusetts. It's illegal to go to bed without first having a full bath.
Okay.
I can vibe with that.
Okay, hang on.
But
But in Boston, an old law prohibits the taking of baths on Sunday.
Nasty ass.
so you can't sleep on Sunday, motherfucker.
That's right.
The Lord
right.
says no.
That's right, you damn Bostonians. You are not sleeping and you're not bathing after you hop on top of your woman. See, there you go. After you don't shoot her, don't shoot your dog on the Sunday. You can shoot her all you want when you're done with her, but you can't shoot your dog. Okay, cool. This is the stupidest fucking state in the union. I
What
swear
in
to
the
God.
fuck is Massachusetts, bruh?
Another reason I don't want to go to Foxborough. All right.
No fucking wonder Cena bailed when he did. God damn, how's he still a fan of this scenes in this city? Jesus.
That's why he changed his shirt so often, because the other ones all got dirty.
He was stinky.
There are so many comments that I'm not allowed to say that in front of anybody. Wow, Greg. Anyway.
Not only that, there's a third part of this. No one may take a bath without a prescription.
Ah,
What? I'm telling you, this is like from the.
Okay, okay.
I'm like,
Put it all together.
as one does.
Okay,
As one does.
So far, you can't bathe at all without a prescription if you're a guy. You sure as hell can't do it on a Sunday if you're in Boston, and you can't do it at all without. Oh God,
And that that prescription can't be Viagra, and it can't be used for cowgirl either. Like we've got like Massachusetts is fucked in the
It's all
wrong
coming back
ways.
together.
there you go.
I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't even want to go to and live there. Good Lord.
SWAT team with muskets coming in. Shit.
Like not only like the mental image of. All right, sir.
No, they're like cocking it as they're coming in.
Right. All right. Here's the deal.
All right. In Marlborough, Massachusetts, it is illegal to buy, sell, or possess a squirt gun.
They
gun?
keep
No.
fun.
Wait, time out. Can we go back, please? What was that?
You can have a rifle in church, but you can't have a squirt.
What about a squirt knife? Is that okay? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend here. I mean, like seriously.
Does a bubble gun count?
That's right. What about a cap gun? Can we bring a cap gun to church? Oh God.
This
is the
is
most
painful.
Fast backward shit. I swear.
In Salem, Massachusetts, even married couples are from sleeping in the nude in rented rooms.
Wait, say that again.
Yeah, you really choppy there.
Naked with your partner, even if you're married.
I can't be
Can't
naked
sleep
with my
naked
partner,
with my
even if
partner.
we're married.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Pilgrim times where you'd have to like cut a hole in the sheet.
It's like Amish times. Like they can't be freaking nude. She can't be on top. They have to make sure they don't have a. What the hell, man?
You have to make sure you have to take a bath before bed since they're
With the
outside of Boston. Since they're outside of
Once you have your
Boston.
license to do so, yeah, that's the thing, and your prescription.
Oh, a prescription.
Yeah.
You don't have a prescription from like a therapist to take a bath? Am I the only one?
Once again, that prescription best not be Blue Chew.
Dude, I need a medicated bath now just so I can say I fuck Boston just because now. Golly.
Good Lord.
Just a giant aromatherapy bath.
And I'm using this one because this one's just completely what the fuck. For the last one, Massachusetts, children may smoke, but they can't purchase cigarettes.
Ah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the show.
Okay, so after that line from Greg, I get to go to Disneyland now, and
Hey, make sure them kids be smoking, but they can't buy them.
no, I'm going to Anaheim, not Boston. Well, first of all, if I was going to Boston, I want to shoot myself because I'm allowed to. I just can't shoot my dog on the way.
God, Massachusetts is fucked
Oh
up.
my
isn't it?
God! What the
I feel like we learned a lot just then.
Yeah.
Yes, and Daisy, what we learned the most is stay the fuck out of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Golly. Well, again, Greg, thank you for letting me start early and do the show. And I got to talk to Big G for most of that first hour. That was awesome. And Maddie, always good to see you.
Always
and talk
brother.
about our respective football teams and their woes. Daisy, it's always good to see you as a Disney person. I can't wait to hear how your next Disney trip goes, and hopefully we get everybody in here out to Disneyland soon.
Yeah.
Before I go crazy
Yeah.
and not there anymore.
Yeah.
So I love you all. Greg, I will see you. We'll see everybody next week.
See you next week, Jeff.
Love you.
Night, guys.
Love you, brother.
Love you guys too. Click room. There it goes.
It's very cool that Jeff basically took the reins of the show for 45 minutes. We can talk more football now. We can talk about whatever we want.
Now I feel kind of threatened.
Hey, we can make fun of the Patriots now. We know how badly Massachusetts is struggling.
Yeah.
True.
Sorry, David.
Kind of hope that, with the Bills and the Jets and the Dolphins, I think this could be a year where the Patriots are at the bottom of the East.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Patriots can easily be bottom of the East. And I'm also saying that because I really hope Stephon Diggs has like a career season.
So we were talking at the beginning of the show, like the weirdest things we could see in the NFL this year. And I think Jeff brought up the Jags going to the Super Bowl. I mentioned the Jets going to the Super Bowl.
That would be really cool. They had a hot start last year, didn't they? Am I remembering that right?
The Jets, yeah.
The Jags.
Oh, the Jags, yeah.
Was it last year or 2 years ago where they went like 0-8 and then went like 9 straight to end the season?
I think that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that might be what I'm thinking of.
When I think of the Jags, like I said, I was like, it's 7 years in the making at this point because they got screwed out of getting to the Super Bowl by the Patriots that 7 years ago.
I don't even want to. I mean, I might talk about the Jesse James catch because, oh boy, I got some opinions about that. The Patriots and the referees screwed that entire playoffs up because had the Steelers won that game, which they really did because Jesse James caught that ball.
Yeah.
The Steelers would have been the number 1 seed, would have got the bye, and then the Jags would have played somebody else in the wild card, and it would have been a wild card or something like that. It would have been a completely different playoffs. Granted, the Steelers had no business giving up 48 points or whatever to the Jags. Like that.
They can have a lot of business doing a lot of the shit that they do. I'm not even gonna lie about that.
When they really shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And then the Jags absolutely should have beaten New England, and the referees decided to save that game for the Pats too. And then thankfully the Eagles saved us from yet another Brady ring. That season and the 2020 season makes me so mad for you to read. I'm still mad at the Ravens about that game being postponed for a week and a half and then not forfeit. And then Bud Dupree got hurt and was out for the season, and then Steelers defense collapsed, and then we lost the freaking Browns in the playoffs. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I got dinner ready.
No
What'd you
worries.
happen?
Chicken.
Oh,
Ah.
that sounds good.
All right, guys.
All right. See you
Peace
soon.
out.
See ya.
There was. Oh, hello.
We are pillars.
We are the three pillars of this. I
Yeah.
don't know how.
There we go.
There we go.
Fixed it. The one positive of that Steelers-Browns game was because Daisy and I became friends during that game. So that was.
Oh, is that true?
That's when we started. I think I saw your comment about the Steelers, like during that game or something, and
Oh,
back and forth.
you
And
have good memory.
yes.
I talk a lot of shit when we
Oh.
actually get the games.
No. Oh, you're not ready for about the shit I'm about to spew out on Twitter. It is going to be wild. I'm fighting everybody over the Broncos.
I want to look at the Steelers schedule this year because I haven't done that. I know we got the 49ers on Sunday.
If I'm not mistaken, Cap said you guys have like the 8th most difficult or the 8th easiest strength of schedule for your defense.
Okay.
So looking at it that way, you guys might have a pretty easy season.
I mean, that'd be nice.
Because if their offense can't do shit.
Bengals games might be tough.
Yeah, your guys' divisional games might be a little rough. But
Honestly,
Yeah.
we should do very well.
I need to look it up too. I feel like when I lived up there, I always had like a little refrigerator magnet.
Another member of your guys' division just popped up. What's up, Josh?
Hi,
Josh.
Well, hey, we get the Browns in week 2 on Monday night.
Oh, I'll get that one. Do you say week 2? Week 2.
I think Josh told me that it's Broncos Browns week 12.
Oh, I saw that.
Does that mean I play y'all? Do I play the Steelers this year?
You guys don't play us.
Okay.
Although if the Broncos and the Browns are anything like the Broncos and the Colts last year, I'm not going to.
What are the Thanksgiving games? Let me look that up.
Thanksgiving games, we don't play one.
No, we don't.
I was off of like a $240 payout by like 12 yards last Thanksgiving. I was sad.
I'm so excited to not have to work Thanksgiving and sit here and watch football.
Packers and the Lions, Commanders,
Okay.
and the 49ers and the Seahawks. That's the Thanksgiving schedule.
Right. Oh, Christmas Day features a pair of divisional rivals squaring off.
Oh, Marshall, unfortunately, I have to deal with your Chiefs twice every fucking year.
What about the terrible towel shot at Payback? You mean when on it? The Judgment Day is cursed, baby.
Yeah, he's cursed. Yeah, I think I made a gasping noise. I was like,
People should know better. Whether it's football or not, you do not disrespect the terrible towel. Don't do
I
it.
popped so hard for that whole match, though.
No, Kevin Owens had to have fucked up his hip or something.
Josh, you do realize we hit the goal for luck of the draw, right?
We hit the goal.
Yeah. So
We're doing luck of the draw.
We're doing it.
So hold on. Put up Tornado Tony's recent comment. Because he says he's sure the Chiefs will beat the Broncos both times. Who had the most interceptions out of anybody in the league against Patrick Mahomes last year? It was Justin Simmons of the Broncos. Don't play games. Our defense can beat you. It's just, and Russ got a fucking concussion in the last game. So,
Oh yeah.
And he had like 200 yards at that point before the concussion. I think the Chiefs and Broncos are splitting the series this year.
That's bold. What is your overall prediction for the Broncos record?
Going to the Super Bowl.
Okay. Conservatively, realistically.
I genuinely think I looked at our schedule and I genuinely think it can be a 10-7 season.
Okay.
Should Russ play to the way that he plays normally, not just last season, but before then, we can go 10-7. Plus, with our defense, we can easily at least squeak out 10 wins. Because last season, we had one of the lowest percentages of points scored against us. Most of our games were really shit. And that was for a good reason, because our defense kept their points minimal because Russ couldn't score shit.
No. And as somebody who watched that Thursday night game against the Colts, I can tell you how badly that team.
Greg, I apologize to you when it happened. I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault, brother. It's not.
I just feel obligated to apologize for it because the Broncos are so bad. The Broncos were so bad last year. This is the year we turn it around. This is the year Russell Wilson kicks it in his ass. Hopefully Sean Payton smacks him upside the fucking head or something.
I
can see that.
Well, I said 12-5. So here are the games I think the Steelers are going to lose. We're going to lose to the Raiders because we always lose to the Raiders when we're over there.
That's true.
Why do you guys lose to the Raiders? That is very
I
depressing.
don't know. It's annoying.
You're telling me every time we play the
have thought
Raiders, their running back beats the dog piss out of us. Darren McFadden, Josh Jacobs, the dude they had before that.
I don't understand.
I don't even remember his name, but he put up like 150 yards against us.
We will lose to the Bengals at least once.
Yes, for sure.
We'll probably lose to the Ravens in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No. I don't think we're going to lose to the Ravens. We're pretty good there. We might lose to the Ravens at home.
Yeah, I think you guys will lose to the Ravens in Baltimore. But I also think my brother has Lamar Jackson as his quarterback.
I almost took Lamar Jackson.
Who do you have?
Two other teams. I'm going to say.
Las Vegas's quarterback.
You took Jimmy Garoppolo?
No. Who did I take in Yahoo last night? I don't even remember. The Chargers.
Yes. Herbert.
Yes. Sorry. I'm like, I've too many leagues, too many. Yes.
Understandable.
Herbert. That's my money league.
If the Broncos win the Super Bowl, I'll come on air and will let me come on and wear a Bronco shirt on air. Buddy, I can send you one. If you want. I got a bunch.
Oops. Boy, I wish my computer worked. I didn't have to do the show off my phone.
I feel that deep in my soul, my friend.
You know what's really annoying about like the NFL schedule? My birthday is on a Sunday this year, which is like, oh, that's perfect. And then the Steelers play Thursday night.
Oh no!
That's some shit, dude.
Oh no!
Like I can't even get Steelers football on my birthday.
I don't ever get football on my birthday. My birthday's in April.
I don't really get the Steelers at all. So for that, I have no sympathy.
I usually get Red Sox baseball on my birthday.
The Yankees won the World Series like 10 minutes before my birthday in 2009.
I used to get SummerSlam around my birthday.
I used to get WrestleMania right on my birthday, but now since they've switched it to like either end of March or beginning of April, yeah. I celebrate my birthday like 2 weeks early, and then I just do nothing on my birthday.
I feel that.
Yeah, Corey Graves put he was showing a little clip of him arriving like to the announce desk at Payback. He said he was going to try and get Pittsburgh another SummerSlam. Like, what? So, it'd be nice.
Pittsburgh SummerSlam would definitely be a hot spot.
North side would be bumping.
Can we get it in Hines? I mean, Acrisure.
I don't know what Acrisure is.
Would it?
I don't know
whether it would be in Acrisure or if it would be. I know the Pirates play, but like maybe they had like an away series, and then then we could actually watch somebody win in PNC.
Ayo.
Tornado Tony, you get home safe, buddy.
I would definitely love to see SummerSlam in Pittsburgh again.
That would be dope.
That'd be awesome. Have WrestleMania in Philly, SummerSlam in Pittsburgh, and just be a Pennsylvania thing for the two biggest shows of the year, and you'd love to see it. Because it'd be tough to do. It would be very tough to do WrestleMania in Pittsburgh because I feel like our seasons, like I know Philly's just 6 hours away, but like it would be crazy to do.
Yes.
I feel like it would be very, very cold.
Yeah. Is Philly inside? Is there a dome on that stadium? I have no idea.
Not for the Eagles. No, it's an open air stadium.
See, I heard all of these issues about WrestleMania tickets because we're like, oh, if we're up there, we'll see. And then I had a buddy that I used to work at the station with, like, texting me about it, like, Ticketmaster, it's like $1,200 for like one. I'm like, no. We might get the Royal Rumble down here. So
you're going to the Rumble? Because if you go to that, I'll definitely see you there.
I'm hoping that we do, but I'm also hoping we're not still here. But I'm hoping we're up in DC by then. But we also keep joking with my little brother who lives up in Erie. I don't know if he's watching, got his first apartment, and we keep joking with him that we're coming up for the Royal Rumble because when the Super Bowl was in Tampa, he came down to live with me and work it for a while, and we watched the Royal Rumble, and I'm like, all right, party at Bronx up in Erie, let's go.
Well, I was going to say, if you're in Pennsylvania for the Rumble, we always do the Royal Rumble in our house. We have a big 75-inch TV, and that was the very first thing in this house that we watched on that big TV was the Royal Rumble.
That's a good way to break it in. Jason's back there shaking his head.
And then the first football game we watched on that TV was the Super Bowl. So
okay,
did pretty well. All right, we still got about
at least 8 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we've pretty much covered the gamut of football. We don't think that the 49ers are going to beat the Steelers by 46 points.
God.
I sincerely hope not, because I don't know how I'd feel about seeing Greg bald.
Not a pretty. That's my wife. Yeah, I can't imagine the 49ers dog walking the Steelers like that. If they go up by like 28 at halftime, I'll be like, oh boy, what did I do? But I don't think so. Josh, stay in your lane. You didn't take my bet because you know damn well the Browns are going to be fourth in the division, like they usually are, like they were last year. And not even Deshaun Watson can massage those numbers.
I just saw someone make $3,000 or $30,000 off of Texas tonight.
Whew.
Off of Texas?
Who's Texas play?
They threw down like a $9,000 bet, but it came back as $30,000.
Nice.
I wish sports betting was legal in Florida. I just said this last night.
It's not?
That's what he said. I went to download, what was it? I think it was like last football season. Or no, I wanted to do prop bets on the Super Bowl. And I'm like, oh, but I'm like, wait a fucking second. Of Florida, of all places? Florida? What?
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Right, Pennsylvania allows it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Rivers Casino in Pittsburgh since they started sports betting.
I was at
Sports
the
betting is so fun for some reason.
Rivers, what, 3 months ago?
I used to go all the time when I lived on the north side, and we would go to the buffet for brunch, and now I never want to go to another buffet ever in my life. So
Josh, yeah. Ohio State comes to Notre Dame on the 23rd. That's a night game. So Ohio State beat Notre Dame last year in Columbus, but I think it's going to be different this time around. Especially since you guys, who do you guys face? You face Indiana and you struggled against them. So we will see how that goes. I'm kind of hoping like the teams that have been powerful for all these years, that they start to wither away, you know?
yes, I completely agree with that.
Josh, when this room is clear, and I don't know when that's going to be, hopefully in the next couple weeks, but I will make sure everybody, like Jeff is available, May is available, Daisy's available, I'm available, obviously, because I'm here every week. I will make sure to let everybody know with plenty of notice when that is happening, because we all have to get our materials, which isn't much. It's like $5 worth of stuff.
Oh yeah. Unless eggs jump up again, and then I'm coming for you, Cherry.
Well, fortunately, right now they're where we're at. They're like $1.20. So
Oh, that's not bad.
yeah, they're not the $6 a dozen they were at the beginning of the year. That was absurd.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're relatively cheap.
Then I'm gonna have to get a tub of vanilla ice cream to go with chocolate sauce, because then I'll have to get 2 because that sounds really good right now.
Sprite and strawberries.
Oh yeah. I watched this TikTok today of it's some like Japanese dish. It's like watermelon chunks and bananas and strawberries and dragon fruit and then strawberry milk and Sprite. He's sitting beside me. I think he was like playing Fortnite or something, and I'm like watching these TikToks, and he was like, "What?"
I'm just trying
When
to.
are we getting luck of the draw? You want chocolate sauce, Maddie? Whenever Greg gets the chance.
Yeah, when my room is clear and I'm able to like lay stuff down here, you know how awkward it's going to be. First of all, I have to figure out a camera setup because I kind of want like an overhead cam so you guys can see the cards. Because that's what I had in college. Kelsey did not play that. I tried to get but didn't happen. So yeah, I want to have a nice setup so you guys can see the cards, and that's going to be very interesting if I'm like dripping chocolate syrup everywhere, trying to deal.
Am I going to be able to do this on our small balcony?
Yeah, you should be. Because
Okay. I have a tripod, so.
I've got my phone.
Making sure it's a good camera shot, because for doing it this way, it's all a visual thing. So like if the camera right here and you're getting stuff, it's not going to do anything. But like,
So I can bring my laptop into the bathroom and do it in the bathtub. Really?
Yeah, I might do that too. My bathtub already looks like a science experiment from working at the bath bomb store. So
there. I mean, I might do that too. Quite honestly, like just go in there and try not to get anything in the jets. That might make it way easier for us.
I love Josh's comments.
I was just looking at that
annoyed.
too.
I don't think you'd be making her annoyed. I think she'd be more interested in chocolate sauce Maddie than you would be, Josh.
The thing I'm most excited for is the visual of like the winner being like, and the losers being like this. Because that screenshot on social media would be like, what the hell are these guys doing?
So I think I will wear my pink sexy shorts just for this occasion.
Yeah, now I have to figure out an outfit. I didn't think about that.
I got many a wife beaters, and I've got my pink sexy shorts.
Yeah, wear something that you don't care about. Like, don't wear like something nice that you like wearing out. It's like a work shirt or something like that.
Yeah, you guys gonna see me doing this in my Broncos gear, in a full jersey and shit.
Oh no.
This will actually only be my third time playing the game. Surprisingly,
Ah.
I have won once and I've lost horribly the second time.
Oh
So
no. I'm excited.
It'll be fun. It'll definitely be fun, and you guys will have plenty of notice, so you can bring as many people here, because that's not going to be a wrestling show. It's not going to be a football show. It's going to be a weird getting messy show.
I love it.
It'll be a good time.
What was that face?
Josh, you can't have everything. Stop. Wasn't it bad enough me doing the Val Venus entrance with Sean here? And
Oh my God, I almost died when I saw that. And I was like, oh, yes, that's our guys on this show.
It was fantastic. I thought it was the greatest. I had already done it, so I knew how embarrassing it already was.
Like, it wasn't bad enough. Like, I didn't mind doing it, but I botched it. I mean, it probably made the clip way funnier, man.
It was so
it definitely made it better.
It was so good. Almost as good as Boogeyman, but not quite there yet.
Yeah, Boogeyman's a hard one to beat.
That was also, I think, part of the ambiance. It was like it was our Christmas show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was wearing a Christmas sweater. I was doing the Boogeyman.
Mm-hmm.
And Maddie, that was a show you had to miss, I think. So you didn't get to enjoy that live.
Oh, now I'm ready for Christmas.
I'm not ready for Christmas. That's gonna be fucking cold.
I'll definitely be back here, because I think we have like 3 or 4 trees in this house. So I'll probably throw a tree back there for Christmas, and we'll see if we get any entrances that year.
I feel like we need multiple Christmas trees. Jason is an ornament person.
Christmas person.
Okay. Jen,
And now that
I actually got sick on Christmas Day last year.
oh no.
So Jen went out and bought like a 12-foot tree, because we have really high ceilings in our.
Oh no. Oh no.
I feel like he was saying the word living room. But now I don't know where he was going after that.
12-foot Christmas tree. Wow.
No.
Yeah,
Christmas is my mom's big thing. I'm more of a Halloween guy. I'm more looking forward to next month.
We are very excited for Halloween because we'll be on our honeymoon at Disney World. So,
yeah.
But last Christmas was good because I just quit the fucking station. Like, and it was like my last day, like 2 days before. And I'm like, let's go.
I know my lady wanted to try to do like Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins for Halloween because
oh my God,
she's a natural redhead and I've got the long locks.
Oh, that's right, she is.
So
that would be amazing.
It's gonna be something interesting.
I've had people tell my fiance he looks like Seth Rollins, but I think he's more
got nice long hair.